there, and welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Professor Jacob, and thank you so much for attending this lecture on Pokemon biology.
You got it!
Joining me here in the daycare center south of Goldenrod City is, of course, my wonderful teaching assistant, Mr. Curtis.
Woo!
Mr. Curtis,
I'm
please,
here.
Go ahead.
Thank you. I'm glad. Thank you for inviting me here. I'm glad to be here.
You're contractually obligated.
Yeah, I am obligated, and I did prep the room and everything. So
Did you?
I am.
You were here first, weren't you? Like,
Yeah. I stay on the shack on the premises.
I guess.
Remember?
So. And
Yeah.
you opened the door for us and let us in. Normally, it's Eleanor will open the door for us.
Yeah. What happened with that?
No. Unfortunately, the Rigbys, they weren't available today, and I'm just watching over the house.
They live here,
and they had some other things they had to take care of. But don't worry, I've got it taken care of. We've got the house.
Okay.
Everything is set, so we're good to go.
Okay. Also joining me here today is, of course, our young trainer in training, Corbin. Corbin, please say hello.
What's up? What it is? What it do? What's going on, everybody? Glad to be back. Been enjoying my time at the daycare. Eleanor and Harold did allow me to spend the night last night. I did have a fun time with that.
Whoa, wait. So they were here last night.
Yeah, I saw them last night.
But did you see them this morning?
No, I saw there was. It was weird that there wasn't breakfast laid out like there has been before. I've stayed the night here. The last few weeks, I've stayed here a couple nights. They're very hospitable, and they're very good about making breakfast. A whole spread, if you will. But when I woke up this morning, there wasn't anything there. Actually, it was kind of strange. The cupboards and stuff were kind of open. There was
whoa.
It was almost like something like they disappeared. They left in a hurry or something.
I fixed you breakfast. Okay, come on now. This is like Mikasa is Tsukasa.
Well, it was hardly a breakfast. It was oatmeal and what was that? There was
and cookies. That's your favorite breakfast.
Yeah,
what are you
but the
talking
cookies
about?
had web on them, Mr. Curtis. How'd you?
And in them, thank you.
Oh. they were also in them.
Oh, it was so gross.
That's true. That's true.
Man. Oh, you're such a rascal, Mr. Curtis.
But that's how you get the best flavor.
No, it's not. It's really not.
He said it with so much confidence, though.
Oh, it tastes so good, though.
I feel like it does.
Well, he's wrong.
All right. Well, we have a lot to talk about today, and I would like to start off this lesson with a single one and only Gengar mail.
Just one
All
today?
Right?
Okay.
Just one.
Okay.
Just one. We'll see. Maybe there's two. I don't know.
All right.
This comes to us from Joseph.
Hi, Joseph.
Joseph
Hi.
says, "Hello there, Professor Jacob,
Hi.
Mr. Curtis, and Corbin."
Hi.
He said it twice. You're waiting for a response, Corbin, or
No,
something?
I'm just happy.
Anyways, they say, "My name is Joseph, and I am sending in from the wonderful region of Paldea. First off, I would like to share my favorite bug type. None of them."
Oh, got him.
I imagine Joseph did a mic drop right there, too.
Got him. Got him.
Boom, roasted.
Boom. Got him.
That hurts.
Well, then they go on to say, "But if I were forced to choose one, it would be my Garchomp Sir Chomps, as he has the Terra type bug." Now, we don't know a lot about Terra types because we haven't gotten to
Who's Terra?
Paldea region. Well, it's a special kind of. It's not really an evolution. It's a special. Let's call it what it is, a gimmick over there in the Paldea region where Pokemon get a different typing. I guess Sir Chomps has a bug type.
And a big crystal head.
See, I don't know if that counts. I honestly don't know if that counts as a bug type, but I guess we'll find out in the section where I ask Mr. Curtis if you get a gold star or not.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, the next thing they say, second, I would like to suggest a Pokemon for Corbin to take care of. Remember Fumbler?
I do remember Fumbler, the Cyndaquil, right?
Yeah, it's the Cyndaquil. Not only is it one of the greatest Pokemon, it also works to kill bug types that are invading his little area.
That's right. Kill them all.
Well, I mean, that's a good suggestion, certainly. And
Corbin, you better be careful. I can't get to Joseph right now, but I can get to you.
What, it's not my fault. I didn't write this.
I mean, I'm just saying, you better be careful what you say.
Yeah, and you are sitting there like nodding your head, agreeing with it all, though, Corbin.
Right, but just because I'm agreeing, just because I'm an accessory doesn't mean I'm guilty. I mean, accessories don't get arrested. I mean, come on.
Guilty by negligence.
When has an accessory ever been guilty of anything?
I don't know. Those earrings you're wearing are pretty guilty of being an eyesore. Got him.
You don't like my little fake earrings that I wore today?
Got him roasted.
That's a good one, Professor.
High five, Mr. Curtis.
I thought my earrings that I wore today looked cute, but okay. I was debating on getting them actually pierced, but now I feel like I shouldn't.
No, they do actually. I'm just jealous. They do look very good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it does. It does look like you do have them like tied into your hair, though.
Okay,
right?
well,
like
the hair's getting a little long.
Like pierced through
hair's
your
getting
ear.
a little long, so sorry.
Yeah, the hair coming out of your ears. You have very hairy ears.
Are we talking about my hair today? Ooh. You know what? Let's forget about Pokemon. Let's talk about my hair.
No, we can't. I have to finish this Gengar.
Let's talk about my hair.
We can't.
So, Cyndaquil is a good starter Pokemon, of course. And so it is one of the options for Corbin to get, once he finishes this lesson series. So thank you for the suggestion. They go on to say, finally, I would like to say a trait slash personality about all of you. We will decide if Joseph succeeded in that. They say, Professor, you are very intelligent and skilled in catching nearly every Pokemon in all the previous lessons.
Is that true? Have you caught every Pokemon in every previous lesson?
Well, I mean, I helped bring some in from my, uncle's breeding farm up region. I mean, like, it's not all the professor.
And you cannot deny that I put them back in the Pokeball, right? After I threw them out, I put them back
every
in.
time. He's never missed a Pokeball toss yet.
That counts.
Thank you.
Joseph goes on to say, you also have great patience if you've had Mr. Curtis in your class for 7 run-throughs of the Pokedex over many, I'm assuming, difficult years.
Oh, no kidding.
I mean, a pleasureful years.
Pleasureful years, huh?
No comment. Mr. Curtis, you need to stop breeding abominations. They are a problem.
Well, I would never breed an abomination. So
is that a trait or is that just a command?
And I feel like you...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only breed the purest and most beautiful form of Pokemon that there is, and they are not abominations. So there you go.
He was actually getting kind of mad about that.
That's right.
And then they say,
they're
Corbin,
beautiful gifts from the Night Mother.
Corbin, good luck turning 11 at lesson 500.
Hey, thank you. I think I'm actually... I feel like I've been getting older, but I don't know. Like, everybody keeps telling me I'm still 10 years old, so it doesn't really make sense. I don't know. The Earth keeps spinning around the sun, so I feel like it's a conspiracy theory.
You're only as old as you feel, Corbin. Joseph goes on to say, Corbin, good luck turning 11 at lesson 500, and on you will only have 9 fingers. Also, at lesson 1000, I think you should get to see Zinc the Jolteon again.
Here. I think it should be sooner, but yeah.
I mean, maybe less than 1,000.
I could see him again. I just can't own him as a Pokemon.
Yeah. Well, I mean, provided
I don't know.
We've said before, Jolteons don't live that long.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, if he's still around at that point.
He's still around now.
If he's even still, I don't even see. We can't say that for sure.
Well, I hopped on a webcam call with Perry the other day during therapy, and I did see Zinc zipping back and forth in the background at the Saffron City Learning Center.
Why is Zinc at the Saffron City Learning Center?
I don't know why he was there.
Yeah, Zinc should be packed up right now. I don't. That's. I might have to take a trip back to the Saffron City Learning Center if they're gonna
fold Zinc on up, put him in the
I shouldn't have said anything. Don't put him back up at the breeding farm, please.
No, I'm gonna have to put him back up at the breeding farm.
He must have escaped. He's a quick little guy.
Anyways, Joseph says, also keep working hard to get better grades so you can get a better starter Pokemon to start your journey.
I'm trying.
Oh, that's good. That's good wishing. Honestly, Corbin, I'm only gonna say this once. You've been doing better.
I have been. Thank you.
Your grades have been doing a lot better.
It's true.
There is hope for you yet.
Yeah. Well, thank you. That's good to hear.
I'd like to think it's all because of my incredible skill at teaching that's been able to rein you in.
I think some of that has helped.
But Who knows? Okay, so let's go ahead and move on. Thank you so much, Joseph. Oh, Mr. Curtis, gold star?
Absolutely not.
Whoa.
Throw this email away. I can't. This Gengar mail?
Yeah,
No.
I mean, he did slam on Mr. Curtis pretty hard.
Calling my babies breeding abominations? Absolutely not. No. And not liking bug types? And trying to say the ground dragon type Garchomp is even close to the beauty
It's way
of
better.
a bug type?
Garchomp's cool. It's a pseudo-legendary, idiot.
No.
It's cool.
I'm sorry, Professor. Actually, -1 gold star. For
Wow,
Joseph.
you're in the negative up top, like me.
All right, Joseph, you heard it here.
I'm on the net 0 now.
You owe us a gold star, so we will be waiting for that gold star to come in the Gengar mail.
That's right.
Thank you very much. Okay, that's going to do it for Gengar mails for today. Does anybody know what Pokemon we're talking about this week?
It's a baby one.
Is it Decidueye, Professor?
It's not a Decidueye, no. And it can be itty bit tough to figure out who we're learning about.
Is it
Igglybuff?
Yeah, it is Igglybuff.
Oh, okay.
Wow, okay.
No, so it's Igglybuff. We're learning about Igglybuff.
That's how they pronounce it in Kalos, though, right? Igglybuff.
No, they don't actually.
Okay.
They say Igglybuff.
I thought I heard
like
that from
every
somebody.
else.
Gordon's
No,
lying to me again.
Gordon. Oh yeah, let's talk about Gordon for a second.
No, we don't have time, Professor. We really don't have time.
I talked to Gordon this last week.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me, Professor. What did he say?
I did. And Corbin is right. He does just like to wear Mr. Rhyme clothes.
I told you.
And is definitely not a Mr. Rhyme himself.
Now, it is not a Mr. Rhyme. However, it is it's a Kadabra. It's not a human. It's a Kadabra.
No, it's not. That's a human.
Who likes to wear
That's a human.
Mr. Rhyme clothes.
That's a human. No, he's not a Kadabra.
Listen, if we go off of what the Pokedex entries say, you're right. It was a human at one point, but it's not a human anymore.
That's true.
Wait. Hold on.
That makes so much sense.
No.
Yeah,
So
Gordon, otherwise known as Corbin's roommate, everybody write this down.
Write it down now.
Is a Kadabra that dresses like a Mr. Rhyme.
Okay, all right. No,
So
that's not true.
everybody
The
is
professor,
furiously making
I
fan art of that. It will be on T-shirts by the end of the year. You can quote me on that.
His spoon is like built into the
You weren't
to the
there.
cane that
What
he
are you
carries
talking
around.
about? You weren't even
he's
there.
like-
No, that makes sense. No, I've seen Gordon before. I've not had an extended
He
conversation.
dyed his mustache to be the right color.
Okay, so you couldn't verify his identity sooner then if you'd seen him before?
No, I just mean now that I always thought Gordon looked a little bit off. Okay.
Well, I mean, yeah,
And
I
now
always thought
that
his skin was a little jaundiced. It's a little yellow. I thought he was just sick all the time, but now it's starting to make sense.
But now that the professor says so, I'm like, oh yeah, I do see it. I do see it. Gordon is a Kadabra that dresses up as a Mr.
I
Rhyme.
always thought it was weird that he had a really long yellow mustache. That's starting to make sense.
Yeah, well, no, he did dye his mustache to be the right color.
It is brown, but
I still think it might be a human. Professor, there's no way. But if I lived with a Pokemon dressed as another Pokemon, I think I would have known. Okay, I'm pretty observant.
I don't think so. I don't think when you get home tonight, go ahead, just take another look.
Take another look. All right,
That's
all
right.
I'll
Take
take another
another
look when I
look.
get home from
That's
class.
right.
And
later.
you can also look at all the fan art we're gonna get of a Kadabra dressed up as a Mr. Rhyme. I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure we'll get tons.
Looking forward to that. That's a guaranteed gold star for anybody who turns that in.
10 gold stars, some would say.
Maybe 10 gold stars. We'll see. All right. So yes, today we are learning about Igglybuff. Normally, see, I was hoping I could get to talk to Eleanor before, the lesson started, so I could figure out where she keeps the Igglybuff that she.
I have. They're in this door over here.
Oh.
Are you ready for them? I mean, I can open it up real quick if you want.
Okay. Did you just crammed them in there?
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty malleable. You just shove them in here real quick.
Oh, you just squished a whole bunch of them in there, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Here, I'll just open it up. See?
Oh, look at all those little babies.
Oh, they came tumbling out. Oh, God.
They're just bouncing all over the place.
Oh, God, quick.
See, this
Quick,
is
catch them.
this is why you have to keep them contained. Okay,
They won't,
just
listen, we have to catch them. They won't stop bouncing. All right, they just won't
That's true,
stop.
that's
So you
true.
catch them, grab. I got this.
All right, I'll get.
put a web.
Slippery.
I got a web.
Why are they
net.
slippery?
I gotta catch them.
That's a good net.
I got one.
Yeah.
I got one.
Okay.
This is why you keep Spinnerax around. You can throw up a net real quick and catch all your Igglybuffs. Thank you very much.
You guys are flown away. You guys are out of this world. Oh, man. Oh, I'm going to name you Cosmic. How about that?
Man, Cosmic would have been an incredible name for a Cleffa, don't you think?
Hey, hush. Hey, this is Cosmic now. Listen, I could have thought of that last week, but I thought of it now. Oh, hi there, little Cosmic. You're so cute.
So while you're like patting Cosmic on the head, Corbin, could you go ahead and describe Igglybuff to our listeners?
Oh, Igglybuff? Let me tell you about Igglybuff. Igglybuff is a beautiful little orb baby. It's pink. It's got little. It's similar to Cleffa in that it's out of this world. Ha ha ha. No, it's got little nub hands and nub feet, just like Cleffa, and it has a little tri-poof on the top of its head, and it has bigger eyes. Bigger kind of reddish eyes with big old black pupils, and then it has a little squiggly little, like, it looks like a 6 on its forehead. What is that, Professor? What is this thing? It looks like somebody drew on it with pen. Mr. Curtis, did you draw on all these to mark them?
It's a little curly Q.
No, I didn't.
That seems like you did.
It's a little curly Q of hair.
That's a hair? That's a hair?
right.
That's a black hair?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a single strand. So
Well, the rest of it's pink hair, then that's a little black hair?
You have to look really close to see the pink.
Well, yeah, okay. All right, cool.
Yeah,
little black hair there. All right, hey, Cosmic, I'm about it. I like it. I dig it.
Cool. Okay, go ahead and set Cosmic down very gently.
Okay, here you go, little baby.
And definitely, I know it's tempting, but do not spike it like a...
I will not. I'm not abusive. I will
you
not
just
do
scored
that.
a touchdown.
Mr. Curtis, I could count on him to do that, so keep an eye on him.
No, of course not. No. See, look, I got them all caught up in the net here. They're not going anywhere. Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay, you can set them free from the net.
Yeah, you don't have to put them in a net, dude. What the heck?
Yeah.
I mean, okay, I guess I can set them down one by one. If I just cut the net, they'll just start bouncing around everywhere.
Let's put him back in the closet.
I mean, when he's ready,
let's put him back in the closet.
Yes, okay, yeah. Let's just shove
Let's put him back
in
in
the
the
closet.
closet. Except for this
back
one.
in the closet.
Except for Cosmic.
Go.
I like Cosmic.
Come on.
Stays.
Yep, you can keep Cosmic out. The rest
Hold
of
on.
you back.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
Mr. Curtis, I'm looking in this closet, and I see Eleanor and Harold's jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Why they wouldn't have brought their jacket? It's very cold outside.
I mean, they didn't go far. You know, they just couldn't come to see you all today.
They've been gone all morning.
I would not betray their confidence like that. I'm sorry. No.
So they told
you in confidence.
They told you in confidence they were going somewhere and not to tell anybody else.
No, they just were kind of like, it's none of your business, Mr. Curtis. But I just didn't want to seem like I didn't know what was going on. But they said, watch the house. We trust you, Mr. Curtis. You've been such a great help here on the farm. And the professor's coming with Corbin, and don't forget to make cookies for Corbin for breakfast this morning.
He's definitely like,
and you know how he likes the Spinnerax silk to be in there. That's what they told me.
Do you see how he was like looking up at the ceiling the entire time?
Yeah,
like
something's
he was
off
coming
about
up
that.
with that.
I don't know.
on
I
the
think
spot.
I know what happened here. I think it's pretty obvious.
What?
I think Team Rocket's after them and they went into hiding.
Wow.
Okay. That would explain, because when I walked in through like the sitting room that they have, like in that like, you know, there's like a 2 chairs with, and then in the middle of it is like a little coffee table thing. That's where they sit and they drink their coffee in the morning. There were 2 cups of half like finished coffee. Like it was like, I put my finger, it was still warm. So they just got up in the middle and they left that coffee there.
It's almost like they had to leave really quickly before you got here. I mean, that's just what it seems like, of course.
That's one explanation. But you know what? I'm thinking too much about this.
That's right. Let's go on the lesson.
Yeah, I think we should read some Pokedex entries for Igglybuff.
I think it's a good idea.
Starting off in the Johto region, the first entry says it has a very soft body. If it starts to roll, it will bounce all over and be impossible to stop.
Impossible. No stop.
Impossible. I mean, we did it. So we've done the impossible. Go ahead, put that on your resume, everybody. We did it. As proficient in doing the impossible.
I'm putting that on my college application.
The next entry says it's extremely flexible and elastic body makes it bounce continuously, anytime, anywhere. You name the place. Let's go. Let's do this.
Continuously bouncing, no problem.
It just sounds like it's starting a fight with somebody.
I mean, honestly, that's dangerous. It could win a fight because there's ain't no stopping it.
Impossible to stop, even though we did it.
And it's made of cushion, so.
I mean, so it wouldn't hurt, right?
Well, it's so soft you can't land a hit on it. It's not going to be hurt.
Yeah, it's like trying to catch a bubble. Can't do it.
That's right. You can't do it.
Right.
Can't do it. It's trying to capture a snowflake.
Wow, I think that should go on a t-shirt.
You simply can't.
Simply can't.
It's like trying to catch a skitty covered in butter.
Nope.
Have you tried it? You can't do it.
I did do that once at the fair last year. I didn't go this year.
I love the buttered skitty catch.
Yeah, I went last year to the one in Saffron City. I did not go to the one in Goldenrod because, I was told there wasn't one.
I'm gonna go give it a try, but they did mine with a Litten, and I got burnt pretty bad. It wasn't a good experience. So I don't know that I'll do it.
Oh man, see, when I was doing it, they were doing the skitty catch, but it was amazing. They put one Delicatty in there. So you had to, if you could catch the Delicatty, you got, extra prize points. And I did catch it, and I spent all my points on corn dogs.
There you go.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
And the more I'm saying this, the more I'm realizing, yeah, it was a dream I had. It was actually a dream. None of this actually happened.
No.
It's all happened in a dream, and I'm realizing it right here, right now.
Yeah, you're not that great.
There was egg on my face. Anyways, the next entry says, instead of walking with its short legs, it moves around by bouncing on its soft, tender body.
How tender is it?
It's so tender, I hardly know her. Waiting for the laugh track to finish playing. Give
a very, very funny professor.
Give Portia some space here. Let
Solid
Portia decide
professor.
if she's
Very good.
Portia decide if she's even going to include that in the lesson. All right, moving on. The next region is the Hoenn region. We're going from Johto to Hoenn. Can you believe it? It says, the first entry here says, Igglybuff's vocal cords are not sufficiently developed. It would hurt its throat if it were to sing too much. This Pokemon gargles with fresh water from a clean stream.
So maybe you should try rapping then.
No. That's not allowed.
Well,
yeah,
it can rap.
It's against the law. No, I mean, no rapping. You know the rules,
No, I'm
Corbin.
just not allowed to rap in
You went
Saffron.
to Rappers Anonymous, okay?
I'm not allowed to rap in Saffron City.
No, you're not allowed to. You're not allowed to rap anywhere, Corbin.
Okay, but other Pokemon can rap though.
I guess so. I mean, okay, but how is that going to help it with like a flow, like a rhyming flow?
Well, I mean, like if it can't sing, it can rap. There's that.
Oh, I mean that would also hurt its vocal cords.
Well, I mean, I don't know. You don't have to sing a melody when you rap, though.
Yeah, but listen, I've been talking for
too much, some would say.
Yeah, and my throat is killing me. So
okay, we can end the lesson now. That's fine.
Okay. All right. Well, that's gonna do it for today's lesson. Until next time.
No,
all right.
Professor.
Goodbye, everyone.
Hold on. I didn't say it yet. Hold that thought. Let me read this next entry. It says, Igglybuff has a soft and plushy body that feels very much like a marshmallow. From this body wafts a gently sweet fragrance that soothes and calms the emotions of its foes. Pop quiz. What other Pokemon have we learned about that soothes and calms the emotion of its foes with fragrance?
Gloom.
That's, I mean, if by soothing and calming you mean by making it vomit all over the place, then sure.
Chikorita.
Yes, Chikorita, and I believe Meganium also has a soothing effect. Not Bayleaf.
Machop.
Bayleaf.
The sweat.
No, please continue.
The sweat of the Machop soothes the smell of it. The smell of the sweat. Yep.
No.
All right. I mean that's official. That's official Corbin facts right now. Is that the smell of Machoke's sweat soothes him?
Well, not me. I'm just saying some people, right? It makes you pass out. That's relaxing. They stink.
I guess so.
Okay.
The next entry says, "Oh, by the way, full marks, Mr. Curtis with Chikorita. Very good job. Corbin, step it up."
Chikorita.
The next entry says, "Its soft and pliable body is very bouncy. When it sings continuously with all its might, its body steadily turns a deepening pink color."
Okay.
Very interesting. The next entry says, this is coming to us from the Sinnoh region, says, "It has a soft and bouncy body. Once it starts bouncing, it becomes impossible to stop." It's not the same as what we've read before, but it is almost indistinguishable.
But we stopped it.
We did stop it. We did the impossible. We already said it. We made this joke. Moving on to the Unova region, once again, they have an entry here. They really like these baby Pokemon.
Who doesn't?
It says, its body has a faintly sweet scent and is bouncy and soft. If it bounces even once, it cannot stop.
Cannot.
So like
it refuses.
that one is like it can't stop itself. Like it doesn't mean that we can't stop it, right? Like it's just saying that once it starts, it can't stop itself. But like an outside force could stop it.
It stops when it wants to.
No, it doesn't.
No. Somebody else could stop.
Oh,
In
yeah,
fact, Corbin,
okay.
Exactly not that, what you said.
Okay, all right. Right.
Okay. Skipping over the Kalos region because they don't care about making their own entries. Moving on to the Alola region.
A loser.
The first entry says, "It likes to sing, but is not yet good at it. With praise and encouragement, it will get better little by little."
Sounds like most people. Sounds like me. I thrive off of the praise and encouragement of those around me.
Really? I always assume that you thrive off of harsh critiquing and light bullying.
No, you've been wrong for 174 lessons.
Really? Then I guess your improvement is just a fluke then, huh?
Yeah.
Boom, got him. The next entry says, "It moves by bouncing along. As it moves a lot, it sweats, and its body gives off a sweet aroma." So I guess
okay. So similar to Machop.
Kind of, I guess.
Categorically the opposite, though.
Okay, so again, so soothing that you pass out.
Yeah, in function, not form.
Right.
Right, it smells good, so it makes you relaxed, and not
right.
It smells so bad it makes you pass out, and therefore you are
If
relaxed.
you're asleep, you're relaxed, though. I'm just throwing that out there. But anyways, continue.
Left to its own devices, it will constantly practice singing. You should make it take a break so it doesn't hurt its throat. Aw. Okay, that does it for the Alola region. Moving on to the Galar region, I think these are different. If they are different, they're only slightly different. I'm going to read them anyways. They say, "Igglybuff loves to sing. Its marshmallow-like body gives off a faint, sweet smell." And the next one says, "Taking advantage of the softness of its body, Igglybuff moves as if bouncing. Its body turns a deep pink when its temperature rises." Yeah, so like if you see like a pink, like it's normally kind of like a pale pink, but if it gets like
when it gets heated, it's real pink.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. That does it for the Galar region, and there's nothing new from the Paldea region, and there's nothing from the Lentil region this time. I have a unique entry that comes to us from Ash's Pokedex. It says, "Igglybuff, the balloon Pokemon. Igglybuff's resilient body allows it to bounce endlessly once it's been put in motion.
Forever.
I bet we could harness that somehow, right?
And use it for fuel.
That's like a perpetual motion machine.
I was about to say perpetual motion, Professor.
Like if
there
you
go.
You read my mind.
If you like put it in like, I don't know, like some kind of chamber where like bouncing up and down causes it to move some kind of like, I don't know, like piston or something. I mean, we're talking unlimited energy.
I think you're onto something.
Like we just get enough of them and put them all in a room. All right, the next unique entry comes to us from Professor Neroli. Sorry, you guys are looking at me like you don't know what I said. Professor Stromboli. Professor Stromboli. Here we go.
Stromboli.
That's who. That's
right. Its soft and elastic body makes it bounce even in its sleep. On very rare occasions, it apparently practices its singing in its dreams.
Me.
Which is pretty
dreams,
cute. So
dreams.
So it's like you'll see its like little leg twitching or something, and then it'll be like
see a little bit of flex in the vocal cords.
Yeah.
And then poof.
Like,
badoof bading.
yeah, exactly. It'll like twitch its beak and be like badoof bading, like underneath its breath, and you're like, oh, what a beautiful sound.
Exactly. That's the vocal warm ups it does.
Yeah, badoof bading. Badoof bading. Okay, that's gonna do it on the Pokedex entries for Igglybuff. Not as many as Cleffa for some reason.
Not as cool as Cleffa. I mean, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. I was kidding. That was a joke.
None of us are.
That was a joke, Cosmic. I'm sorry.
Okay, now that all of the unique Pokedex entries are out of the way, I do have an essay here to read. Remember how I said maybe I'm only reading one email this time? Well, this is I tricked you.
Guess again.
You lied to us.
Pull a little fast one on you. This one comes to us from Professor Whittam. I think we've gotten.
Woo!
I believe we've gotten a Gengar mail before from Professor Whittam.
The professor thinks you're very memorable, Professor Whittam.
Don't do me like that, Corbin.
Oh, I'll do you like that, Professor.
Professor Whittam says, "Please pick me, Professor, to read my essay on the ugliest Pokemon of all time."
That's not nice.
Here it is.
Don't listen, Cosmic.
I can't believe this is an essay on Igglybuff. It says, Igglybuff is the 174th Pokemon in the Pokedex. It is 1 foot tall and 2.2 pounds. It can be male or female and is categorized as Balloon. The Balloon Pokemon. As Balloon, or the Balloon Pokemon. It has the abilities Cute, Charm, and Competitive. It is typed as Normal and Fairy. My question is, how is this abomination typed as normal? It is uglier than anything ever made.
Whoa.
It is weak to poison and steel, but they can't attack it because they feel so sorry for it. It is said to have a sweet smell, but no one was able to get close enough to prove it due to its ugliness. It likes to sing, but it sucks currently.
Oh,
I guess that happened from ugliness. Thank you for reading this, Professor Whittam.
That's a very negative professor.
That was the most aggressive essay I think we've read so
I feel
far.
sorry for his students. I do.
Yeah, that is I feel like it's hard to give extra credit for this one because it feels like it slipped from being an essay to being like personal thoughts and feelings on Igglybuff. Which personally
it just became the roast of Igglybuff.
Personally, I think Igglybuff is pretty cute, and I don't think I'm alone in saying
I
that.
agree.
Igglybuff.
I mean, it's not as cute as Spinnerack.
Well, you're
nothing.
an idiot.
I mean,
so you're an idiot.
What is? All right. So I'm still gonna award extra credit. I love it when students take the initiative to send in an essay. Mr. Curtis, Gold Star.
This time,
no.
What do you mean no?
It's
you don't
mean.
get to say this.
No.
It is mean.
I know.
He's right, and it is mean.
It is mean, but it didn't specifically attack bug types and
oh my god,
my sweet baby Spinnerakis. Okay, I tell you what, I will give Professor Whittam a silver star. Okay, it was good. Didn't say anything nice, particularly about the Pokemon in question or bug types, so I can't justify a full gold star, but I will give you a silver star.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Professor Whittam, for that essay And thank you for taking the time to send it in. All right. I think it's time we move on to the testing portion.
Ooh, time to get out my Rotom laptop. Put the Pokédex away.
No.
Away. Gonna get out that Rotom laptop.
I feel like we should get a compilation of all these little songs that Mr. Curtis sings. Oh, the Igglybuff is singing along. Did you see that?
Yeah, sing along with me. Gonna get out that Rotom laptop. Gonna put that Pokédex away.
Don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself. It said. Remember, the Pokédex said to stop it if it's hurting itself.
Oh wow, it's really starting to turn. It's
that's true. That's
deep
true.
pink right now. It's starting to almost be red.
Oh.
All right, let's stop singing. Okay, today we are doing picture Pokemon.
Pitch it up.
Yeah, so I would very much like to buy a Pokemon. You guys have an Igglybuff, and I want you guys to sell it to me. Now I do have some rules. I have a rubric of sorts. First two are the same as always. You must include information we learned in class, and 2, you must demonstrate an understanding of the Pokemon's unique attributes and abilities. The third point is selling points must be unique to the Pokemon we discussed in this lesson, i.e. Igglybuff. These selling points must be for the Pokemon itself and not a product it provides or produces. So, as tempting as it is, do not send me unlimited power. That will make you lose points.
I was gonna say, you pretty much pitched that already.
I know. I'm getting right out in front of it. And then the final point is, it's kind of like a bonus point. The student who provides the most compelling selling points will get a bonus point, which I kind of regret putting in because it puts a lot of pressure on me to choose who was the best.
It sure does.
Mm-hmm.
But here we are.
Better than ever.
All right, so go ahead, take some time, make a good pitch and proposal, and we'll see what you got. Okay, are we all ready? Is everybody ready to go?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, let's start with Corbin.
Okay. I'm down. Let's do it. All right, so I
I'm
got two.
Mr. Fancy Man. I'm a fancy man with a lot of money, and I would like to buy.
Mr. Fancy Man.
No, you're not the
Mr.
fancy man. Just
man
him.
is
Shut
back
up.
once again.
Mr. Fancy Man, it's so good to see you again.
Sorry, it's hard to hear you with all this money jingling in my pockets.
Oh, listen to that
only
jingle.
use
I've made so
coins.
much money with my hats that I've sold.
Really, we're on the same level of wealth then, young boy. Tell
I
me,
made $20 last week selling hats.
Oh, yeah.
Well, 20. Well, my goodness. Okay, sorry. You are far richer than I am.
Thank you.
I have $15 only.
No, that's all right. Listen.
Yeah, I only have $10.
Hey, Mr. Curse.
We're in different tax
wait,
brackets,
hold on,
but we can hang
hold on.
out. It's okay.
Hey, Mr. Curse. This is my fun character that I'm doing. All right. So let me have fun. And then
I'm sorry.
It's kind of like a solo act that I'm doing right now.
Yeah, you're really stealing his thunder.
Okay, I only have $5.
Okay. Hilarious. Okay, all right, Corbin, pitch me a Pokemon.
I got two really, really great uses for an Igglybuff. Honestly, no better things you could use it for. So number one, this one's going to be a little bit more obvious. A pillow for when you're feeling angry. Now, this one might even be a little bit more beneficial if you happen to be, I don't know, running a penitentiary. Because it's known, listen, the sweet smell of an Igglybuff is known to calm its foes and enemies down. What do prisoners need? A good night's sleep. If they're in jail, they can rest their head on their Igglybuff, and the cold hard cell, it just drifts away because all there is the good sweet smelling scent of an Igglybuff and also the soft plushiness of the body. Now, I know that you're not a prisoner, but it's something to think about if you ever do go to prison, Professor, because I know that you have a little bit of a tainted past, like with Team Rocket. I'm not 100% sure.
That's all I can say. It's not true.
But either way, the point is you can use it as a pillow. I'm just saying specifically for anybody listening out there, if you get arrested, try to find an Igglybuff and bring it with you to prison. Now, the other great thing that you could use...
Why couldn't it have just been an angry pillow? How come it had to be if you're locked up in prison?
Well, it's also if you're in a bad mood, you go to bed that night, you can whip out the Igglybuff instead of instead of your regular pillow. You can use the Igglybuff. It'll calm you down after a rough day at work. All right.
You're limiting yourself so hard by making it specifically a prison pillow.
I didn't say specifically prison. I said first it's a pillow, and then I said if you also happen to go to prison, it's even more beneficial. The point is,
you definitely want to have it with you.
If you're in a stressful environment, whether it's prison, whether you had a bad day at work, those are synonymous.
You're teaching class to Corbin.
Whether you're teaching class, right, to people who try to steal your thunder and mimic your characters that you created. Mr. Carson, I'm looking at you. So you can use that to calm yourself down at night when you sleep. The other great use for it is, listen, Igglybuff, no better made in the world for a very specific reason.
He definitely said Igglypuff, right?
I said Igglybuff.
Yeah.
There's a P and not a B there.
That's the wrong Pokemon, Corbin.
Shut your mouth. All right, so it's great for floating up to tall places to clean parts of your house that you can't reach. Why use a ladder? Why waste the time to get a ladder out or hurt yourself climbing up on the countertops? I mean, like tall parts of like your kitchen or your living room, or especially if you have like a vaulted ceiling or something. I mean, you're a fancy man. You must have a vaulted ceiling, right? Or a loft or something.
I have multiple vaults on my ceiling.
Yeah, vaults on your vaults. So like if there's somewhere high in your in your house that you can't reach, guess what? Give the Igglybuff a little duster and just let it dust around up top. There you go. That way you get to clean your house and all the spaces, get all the spinnerack webs out of your house. Boom, boom, boom.
Okay. Explain to me, Mr. Fancy Man, what do you mean put your Igglybuff, give it a duster and put it up there? What do you mean by that?
Give it a duster. Give it a little duster. Let it hold it, and then just float up to the top of the room and let it dust the corners.
Well, okay, what do you mean float up? Where is this floating coming from?
Floating, flying. I know a bouncy.
It can bounce a little higher than it. Well, here's the thing. It can bounce from different surface tops. It bounces from different surface tops. It can bounce onto the counter, and then it can bounce onto another counter that's a little bit higher, and then it can keep going until it reaches the top. And then when it comes down, it can jump from the highest point all the way down, and it's all cushion. It's not going to hurt it. It can bounce from one part to another. It can find different ways. Like how like a Litten will jump from one countertop to a next to a table. It's like that, but it can reach the highest corners and get up real top. They can bounce pretty high.
All right, so Angry Pillow.
Yep,
is one. Mm-hmm. And the second point is
a floating maid.
It doesn't float.
It doesn't float.
A bouncing maid. A bouncing maid.
And so you're suggesting I put a duster on it and let me see if I'm using this word correctly. Yeet it at the high places in my house with my vaulted ceiling.
An underhanded toss will do.
Okay.
An underhanded yeet.
An underhanded yeet will do.
All right. Obviously, you're losing a couple of points.
Well, that's on you.
So for the second part of the rubric, I'm going to give you a 3 instead of a 4. But everything else is 4s. So good job there, Corbin.
Thank you.
Mr. Curtis, if you could please give me your pitch.
All right. Thank you, Professor. Let me just get a quick little...
Who's the professor? I'm Mr. Fancy Man. Dr. Fancy Man, actually. I just got my PhD.
Dr. Mr. Fancy Man. Thank you, yes. I am another fancy man, and I'm here to tell you about this fancy friend I have.
I don't want to do it anymore now that he's doing it.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. My fancy workout friend, that is. Iggly.
Portia can put in sound effects. You don't have to do them.
No, it's better if he doesn't.
Yeah, I know, but it sounds better when it comes out of my mouth.
Not true.
Okay, Igglybuff is bouncy, which means it can be used as a bouncy ball, like a basketball, to help train cardio and coordination. The impossible to stop bouncing also means you can do sprints as you try to chase after them to keep you going and going and going and going. And then as you start to lose motivation as you're working out so hard, Igglybuff's positive attitude and singing will help cheer you on. And that'll keep you going and keep you energized. And then, as you and the Igglybuff get stinky and sweaty, the Igglybuff actually starts to smell good. And it'll help you kind of mitigate your stinky and smelliness, because, all fancy mans can't actually smell bad. And then, as Igglybuff slowly becomes more pink as it warms up, when Igglybuff gets to be that really dark color pink, that's a good timing and indication to you to say, hey, let's stop, let's take a break, take a drink from a clear stream, reset ourselves, and then prep for the next stage of our self-improvement adventure. Thank you very much.
Lame.
Pretty good. I will say, though, I think you're forgetting that its aroma, while yes, true, it does smell good, it also has a very calming and relaxing effect.
Well, I mean, which
is kind of the exact opposite of what you wanted, right? You want to be able to keep yourself going. Which I think
that's true. That you want to stay motivated. That's the singing helps you stay motivated. But then, when you get hot and stinky and sweaty and you're ready to take a break, then the good smell and aroma will help you calm down. That's
all right.
good.
So here's the thing. It does sing, it does smell, and it does turn pink. These are all true things that we learned about.
And it is bouncy and impossible to stop, which means you can do sprints chasing after this.
Impossible to stop. However, we never said anything about singing keeping you energized, and we also specifically mentioned that its smell makes you sleepy and relaxed. I think I gotta take a point off of you for the second part again, Mr. Curtis.
Oh, Professor, what?
I'm sorry. I just
Corbin just straight up said the Igglybuff floats.
It
did.
I mean,
at least everything I said was true.
We could be here all day debating on what floating actually is. Bouncing is a form of floating. So it does float / bounce from one place to another, and it can climb up very high, squeeze in between corners. It's very malleable. It's a very flexible little baby.
You said floating. You absolutely said floating.
I put something on it, and it floats up there to clean.
Mr. Curtis said Pidgeotto.
Now, oh my, what a callback.
You're welcome.
What a callback.
Well, you said Igglybuff instead of Igglybuff.
I said buff. Igglybuff.
You said the wrong word this
buff.
time too.
Wow, bringing up ancient history just to get just to get a point. Jeez, I don't know who to give the bonus point to.
I don't know. You should let the listeners decide. You should let the students decide. Who had the best pitch?
Sure. You know what? We'll do that again. I don't want to do that for every lesson, but we can let the students decide. Do you think Corbin's idea for an angry pillow and a bouncing maid, I think is what you said?
Yep.
And then Mr. Curtis says a basketball that definitely won't put you to sleep.
Bouncing maids are supposed to clean up though. If you have a maid bouncing around your house, it's gonna make a mess.
It's like a Roomba, but it's like a Roomba that can move in
3D Roomba,
3 dimensions.
They're careful.
All right. Well, hey everybody, good work today. Good lesson. Hey, good lesson. Let's do a little bit of a clap all around. Good lesson. Pat on the back.
Good job.
Yeah, but that's gonna do it for today. Is anybody know who we're going to be learning about next week?
It's another baby, right?
Is it Decidueye, Professor?
It's not Decidueye.
Oh.
Are we talking about Pichu again?
Yeah, in a weird turn of events, we're actually going back and talking.
Oh!
I just really felt like we didn't, do Pichu justice. So we're doing Pichu again.
It's much lax.
No, it's not Munchlax. And we're learning about a Pokemon that a lot of people think belong in the Kanto Pokedex, but it actually it originated in the Johto Pokedex. This was its first introduction into the greater Poke knowledge. We're learning about Togepi next week.
Oh, okay.
Wait, I thought we learned about Togepi in Kanto.
This is literally what I just said. No. Togepi is in the Johto portion of the
If
National
you say
Pokedex.
so.
I do. I'm looking at it right here.
There's a Togepi. That's Igglybuff. That's Cosmic.
Yeah.
Remember?
It's my lesson plan. I'm looking at my lesson plan.
Okay. Sorry.
And Igglybuff Cosmic does happen to be in my lap, but I'm not looking at it.
Right.
All right. So until then, if you have any questions for me, the professor, you can, look in the description to find all of our contact information between Gengar mails, between Twitter, between Discord and Instagram. Oh my goodness. Are we possibly posting things on Instagram and TikTok right now, Corbin?
Oh yeah. Lots to post.
Hey, Corbin, tell us what's going on the TikTok and the Instagram.
The TikTok and Instagram is so here's the thing. We're growing a lot more on Instagram, and any fun, fan art or student art you guys send us is getting posted on all of the social media, so Twitter and Instagram, and maybe we'll start posting some on TikTok. But TikTok is going to feature a lot of clips from the Nuzlocke challenge.
What? What's that?
Whoa.
The Nuzlocke, the Pokemon Randomizer Nuzlocke playthrough that we're doing of Pokemon Emerald version right now. It's only available to our patrons, but you guys can see funny clips of it on our Instagram and our TikTok, and you guys can check those out there to get a little taste of it. But yeah, to watch the full episodes, you have got to be a patron to do that. But yeah, and also fun animations and stuff are going to be continue to be posted on TikTok and Instagram as well.
Do you know what you don't have to be a patron to do, though, Corbin?
What you don't. Oh, I know.
What?
To vote for class president.
Exactly. Class president voting is still going on as we speak. Just like everything else, you can find a link to that in the link tree in our description. Make sure to cast your vote. You have 1 week.
One week left.
Only one more week. Once the Togepi lesson comes out, voting is done. That's it.
You have 1 week.
And then we will, as soon as we can, announce who the class president is.
That's a big deal.
But yeah, make sure your voice is heard, everybody. I think that is a good place to end this lesson. So, until next time, class is dismissed.